Two Sheds Gabby here. How you doing today, folks? Today I'm going to hunt a box of nickels. But before I do, let me show you what I found with my half dollars. Here is today's haul after making my rounds and taking coins back to different banks. First thing I'm going to do is pop open these half dollars and see if I even have a hunt. I hope they're not all brand new today. Well, I do have a hunt. I see new ones in there, but there's also circulated ones in all three boxes, so I'll start looking. Two of the boxes weighed 25 pounds and 1 ounce, and one of them weighed 25 pounds and 3 ounces, so they're almost exactly right, almost all exactly the same, which is not encouraging because I was hoping one of them might be considerably heavier than the others. But anyway, I'll search through them and maybe I'll find something. Unless something else comes up, my Thursday routine is when I'm back from the bank, I check to see if the half dollars are new or not. And if they're not all new, if they're circulated, then I find me a seat on the couch and I take them out and I weigh them and I find me a TV show. And the next couple of hours, I'm sitting on the couch going through half dollars. There's usually so many new ones mixed in there, I don't even check them all because you just get tired of checking brand new coins over and over and over. Every now and then I just do, and this time I was rewarded. I just found a 2009 NIFC. Haven't done that in a little while. Well, I'm a little bit more than halfway through the second box, and I just popped open, and I didn't even realize that I had myself a silver ender, 40%. Well, once again, I didn't get skunked. And with a little bit of luck, I'll get another one in the next box. Well, not quite halfway done with box number 3. And lucky me, I think I've got another one right there. Drop those guys somewhere. Did I drop the wrong one? Well, that didn't go well at all. But anyway, here it is right here. 69, another 40%er. Man, that's 2 silver half dollars. That's the first time this year, that's for sure. Well, I ended up with 2 40%ers in those 3 boxes, which is better than I've been doing, so I'm not going to complain. I'm happy to get what I get these days. It's been slim picking, so anytime I get a few, that's great. I am going to go ahead and get into a box of nickels here. Haven't done them for a few days, and I'm still looking for the 24s, hoping to find a few more of those. And, of course, hoping to get another silver. I used to average 1 wartime per box. I haven't been doing that lately. So anytime I can get another silver, that's awesome. These wartime silvers, I love those things. All right, I'm going to get into this box, and we'll see what we find. Well, I'm in the 3rd row, and my first find is a 2024 P, which is cool. I'd rather have the Ds since they were the lesser minted, but this is still fun to find. I'll put that one away. And we'll see what else we find. The pennies have been so much in the news lately that a lot of the focus is there. You know, I picked up 5 more penny boxes yesterday. And I still have, a couple of nickel boxes to go through even after this box. In the 5th row, I found a 57, a 58, and a 59. That's pretty funny. Philly, Denver, and Denver. Well, I'm now in the 11th row, and looky here. Another 2024 P. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. We're going to play a game that when I became, oh look, another one. That's 4 of them. Very cool. Right after I became a Christian, the group I was worshiping with was a young couple that I started going over to their place, and we would play card games. And they taught me how to play a game called Hand and Foot. And man, I'm telling you, I've been playing that since I was like, I don't know, 22 years old, something like that. And we'll go through spells. Sometimes we'll play it like crazy, but then we'll go a spell. It's a little bit like canasta. From what I understand, there are different people that play it a little bit differently. And of course, the way that I play it is the right way. This just goes without saying. And we're looking for it's a fun game. You have to have, for however many people you are playing, you have to have one more deck of cards. Usually there's 4 of us, so you have to have 5 decks of cards. And it's a game where you can play. You can get intense if you want to, but mostly we chill, and obviously you try to win, but you play music and you chat a lot, and it's a lot of fun. Usually for 4 people, it usually takes about 2 hours to play. At the end of the 12th row, I find my first one in the 40s, a 1947. Oh, it's a San Francisco. I'm gonna see how many of those they made. Just 24 million. Not too high in the mintages. Cool. Always fun finding those. Look at this. 2024P number 5. Somebody's released a bunch of them, I guess. Probably because they realized they were lower mintage, or I don't know. I mean, higher mintage than they first anticipated. Not lower, higher. There's a 56. That's about 5 of the 50s now. I don't know if it's a guy thing or what. I can't handle it when my office just stays cluttery all the time. I have to come in here and straighten it all up. But as long as I can clear me off a spot, there's my mintage mat. At my table, that can work. It doesn't matter what other chaos I've got going. I'm working in my little confines, and I am totally fine. But at some point, I will have to go. I've got to clean this mess up. But not right now, because we got more important things to do right now. Well, I guess I'm in the 14th row, and here is a 1946. Always looking for the S here, because there's only 13 million minted. But the P had over 100 million, and that's what we get. That's what you're going to get the most of, for sure. Well, I added a couple of silvers with the half dollars. With just a little bit of luck, we'll add one more to the silver with a wartime this box. Another 54. I believe it's the S we're looking for with this one too. And this is the D. I think 40-something million was made in the D, and it was like 13 million with the S. Yeah, I'm getting a stack of those old guys going over there. Another 2024 P. That's number 6 of those. Well, that's pretty cool. That's definitely the most I've ever gotten in a box before. And we're still relatively early in the box. Now in the 15th row, I come to a 47. I believe that's my second one. This one is Philadelphia. I was putting all the 24s, P and D, in my little 2x2, staple things. But I think since the 2024 Ps are higher mintage, I think I have decided to, especially since I'm starting to find more of them, I'm going to put them in a tube and save them away like that until I come up with a different idea. $112 later, and we are back from the grocery store. And here is another 1947. This one is also Philadelphia. We're all stocked up and ready for our get-together. One thing that we learned to like a long time ago, and it's only made here, and it was originated here in Louisville. I haven't ever found it anywhere else. I suppose it could be sold somewhere else. Is a product called Benedictine. And this is one of the places that makes it right here in town. And it's a kind of a cheese spread, cucumber cheese spread. It don't, I mean, I guess maybe it has a hint of cucumber, but it don't taste like cucumbers. But my family just learned to love it. And here is another 1953. I say another, I don't know, that might be my first. It is a D. And we just love it. So my wife asked my daughter if she wanted some, and she said yes, and get me some to take home with me too. So we grabbed 4 of them. The 19th row, and here is 2024P number 7. This one was at the end of a row at one time. It's got the ring of death on it. But that's 2024 Philadelphia number 7. That's pretty cool. And we'll put them in this tube here when we're done. I don't know where those tubes came from. I got them free. I had a whole bunch of them. They're actually, it's slightly big for the nickel, but it works pretty good for the price. I've got several of them around here. I was talking about the Benedictine dip. Anyway, we try to clean up our diet, so we're not perfect, but we're doing a lot better. And the chips that we eat, potato chips, have 3 ingredients. It's potatoes, sea salt, and avocado oil. It's cooked in avocado oil. So way, way, way cleaner than a lot of the chips that are out there. I tell you, we have gotten in our older age, when we eat a whole bunch of the other chips and foods with all the stuff in it you ain't supposed to eat, we just feel yucky. And I guess maybe it's because we've gotten to where we don't hardly ever eat it anymore. But it's way healthier if you take a little effort. Roll number 20, and I can't quite catch the date on this one. And I think this is the obverse, and I believe that's the reverse there. There's the top of the Monticello. Yeah, this guy's in kind of rough shape. We are getting ready to run over to my mom's for lunch next door. She's made something for us. Well, she made something last night. She made a whole lot of it, so. After this roll, I'll head over there. We live in between 2 pretty big Krogers, and they're both just crazy busy, just insane. And so now in between us, just a mile and a half maybe from us, they're building another one. And I love it. We're so excited. We have my mom's friends live over that way, and they don't like it at all because it's going to bring too much traffic. we're really excited to get, hopefully, a little bit less traffic than the other 2. And the reason they're building it is because the one slightly more to the east is so insanely busy that they said they need to build this one to ease that one up. And it's only a few miles from that one, but it's just that crazy busy. It's hard to find a parking spot. Well, I am back from my mother's house after lunch, and I wanted to show you this. I got this, one of the banks I go to, they find coins laying around, or sometimes if they're cleaning out the coin machine, in the coin return, and they just take all of this and put it in a jar, and she lets me go through it. This time, there was a lot of change, but I only got this. There's $50 and dimes, quarters, everything, but none of it was silver. But there was these 2 foreign coins, which was kind of fun to get. British penny and this Bahamas quarter. And the manager there, we were just chatting with each other. She said that she has somewhere stashed away a whole bunch of currency from other countries from around the world. And she goes, I really don't want it. She goes, I'll just have to grab it and give it to you someday. I'm like, that would be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to see what that might be. Anyway, I want to show you that. Let's get back to the nickels. I have just come to number 8, 2024P. Pretty fun finding these guys. Number 9. Number 9. How about that? This is now the 23rd row in the box, and here is 2024P number 10. Wow. Definitely the most of these I've ever gotten in a box. For sure. Any of you guys remember several months back, I said that I bought a bunch of geodes from a person. They go to these Kentucky creeks and gather them up. I bought a whole bunch of them, a couple of 5-gallon buckets full of them. And they're totally cool. One of them I busted open. In fact, I've got it here. I'll show you here in just a second. Now the 24th row, and here's number 11. Isn't that cool? I know they did make, it turns out they made 70-something million of them, but still, that's pretty cool. Here's the geode that I busted open. And I bought 2 5-gallon buckets full of these, and they're so cool. This spring, I'll bust a few more open and do stuff with them. We've got rocks around the house we decorate with. I'm a rock fan. But my wife contacted the lady and said, do you have more you could sell? And she said, yes. And so we said, all right, cool. When can we come and get them? And we didn't hear anything. So we waited a while and wrote back again and said, when, we'd really like to get some more. When would be a good time? Never heard anything. First row in the second half. And here is number 12, 2024P. Anyway, I drove down. This person lives in the town, not real far from our town. So I just drove down there not too long ago, and I looked around. The place was practically abandoned. Oh, that is a 1939, and it's not in terrible condition either. There's a 1958 behind it. The 39 is a Philadelphia. Not surprised, but that's the oldest one I found so far in this box. And that's a couple of 58s I found, and it's a D. I think I found another one from the 50s a little while back too. Yeah, I hope I can get a hold of this person. I'd like to get some more of those geodes. They're just totally cool. Well, I get into the next row, and right on the end is another 1939. I'd sure love to get a D or an S. Not this time. Well, I tell you, I just hardly ever find a D or an S. So a friend of mine said, why don't you get one of those, I think it's a tile cutter, maybe? So you can cut these geodes in half and not break them. I almost went out and bought one. But I'm undecided. It would be cool. I don't know what else I'd ever use it for. But I do have quite a few geodes. So I just haven't decided yet. You can get them at Harbor Freight at not too terrible prices. My wife wants me. If you can see that there, that's our sub pump drains through this pipe out into the backyard. And it was just a solid sheet of ice during the winter, but it's nasty, unpleasant. And so we've got somebody here that's going to reroute it and make it much nicer for us. I guess that's what he's going to use. But anyway, we're looking forward to getting that done. You have to move it around every now and then because it'll start. There he is cutting. But it'll start digging into the ground after it shoots out so long. Just a dozen rows left to go in the whole box. And here is number 13, 2024P. I was beginning to wonder if I was going to find any in the second half. I'm really hoping still to get a silver, but after a while you start thinking, well, maybe it won't happen this box. But it could happen at any moment. Well, here with 11 rows to go, here's a 2009, and it's a Philadelphia. They made about 4 or 5 million less of the Philadelphia than they did the Denver. 39 million of these, and then 40 something of the Denver. So that's cool. We got a little something different going there. My wife and I were just laughing. We bought a bunch of avocados today, and both of us separately came across this, I get probably Facebook, I don't know, somebody saying, would the avocado people please change the toy that comes inside of the avocados? We've collected a whole lot of these balls. We're wanting something different. I just told her, save me some of those avocado balls. I don't know what I'll do with them, but it'll be kind of funny. 7 rolls to go in the box, and here is 2024P number 14. Very cool. I don't know if you noticed when I was showing you the backyard. Oh, there's my Canadian. Was wondering if he was going to show up or not. 1998. But you probably saw the fire pit if you noticed, and it's got sticks and twigs all around it. Where we'll gather up stuff and then just throw it there by the pit, hoping to get out there and have a fire soon. But whenever it is warm enough, it's wet, and we just haven't felt like getting out there. A couple of days we almost did, but we really like getting out there when the weather is fair. It don't have to be perfect, and just enjoy sitting, poking at a fire. Oh, there's another one. Number 15. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, so we're looking forward to sitting by the fire season. Six rolls to go now, and here is number 16. Getting a lot of these today. So I think like 3, something like that, the most I've ever gotten up until today. So somebody's released a bunch of them, that's for sure. Probably somebody around here got a box of them, probably at a company, and they just busted them open and started releasing them. There's another one. And so I was the recipient of a bunch of them today. That's pretty cool. There's another one. Very cool. What is that, 17? 18. 18 of them. Well, the second coin in the very next row, and there is another one. I believe that is 19 now. Pretty neat. So I think I mentioned a while back that several years ago, my daughter got my wife and myself each matching Yetis. Pretty good size ones. There's a 1959. Now the 59, the Philadelphia is the one you want. The Denver has well over 100 million, but the 59 Philadelphia, I think, has less than 30. And obviously you're going to get way more of the D than the others, but I was hoping for the Philadelphia. Anyway, sometime back, both of our Yetis failed. They don't hold, the ice is frozen like they used to. Used to keep it frozen for hours and hours. And something has happened and they just don't keep it as long. I don't know if something about the double insulation kind of fails. I don't know what it is. I can still use it. I think it still keeps it a little bit better than just regular single insulated. But my wife got her a new one. This is my old one right here. Regular, you know. And here's her new one. She got her a fancy one. Purple. Oh, I think it's even bigger. Looks like the top might be bigger. I don't know. Anyway, she said she's going to get me one. Order me one next week. But I don't need purple. She can just get regular color for me. But it'll be nice having a new Yeti. I don't know what we'll do with the old ones. I don't know if we'll keep them around or not. Nothing wrong with them, except that they don't work as good. So I guess there is something wrong with them. They don't leak or nothing like that. And they still don't, they don't, the single insulated stuff will sweat and get all over. They don't do that. So it's not completely ruined, but it just doesn't hold the ice like it used to. Just 2 rows to go, and there's number 20. 2024 Philadelphia, number 20. That's pretty neat. Probably thinking now I may not get the silver this box, but oh well. Oh well. I do get to add a couple from my $50 to my annual goal. We'll put those in at the end of the video here. My wife is making guacamole, and I think we're going to try was going to make some fresh salsa. And she just got in and said that the cilantro I bought, I bought it a few days ago, and it didn't wait for us. It's no good. It waits for no man. So we've just decided we're going to start trying to grow it here this spring and have it growing all the time. That would be really cool. Look forward to seeing how that goes. We like our cilantro. Some people think it tastes like soap. 1 row to go, and there's number 21. Man. Pretty neat. So is the excitement over with the 2024s? Man, it was hopping. Everybody was scrambling to get them. I think maybe it's eased off. The 2024 Ds, I think maybe people are still scrambling to get. But I think that with the new news of the more of them being minted on the Philadelphias, I think the scrambling is over. I looked at eBay. You don't sell them as much now. Definitely not as hot as they were. They were selling really well for a while. But it's still fun finding them. 1 row to go. Well, this is the last row. Let's just go through it together, see if anything else shows up. Years and years and years ago, well, I mean, I was an adult with little kids. I was at I think it was like a Christmas show where you can rent booths and sell your stuff. Kind of like at a fair where you go down the aisle where they're selling stuff and giving away pins and rulers and stuff at a place like that. And there was a person with this little hand chopper. It looks kind of like this, but this ain't exactly it. And it wasn't that name. But they were making some fresh salsa with it. And I went over and tried it. And it's like, it was absolutely unbelievable. It was so good. And so I bought one of these little doodads. And through the years, I have bought a dozen of them and worn them all out because I cram them full of this stuff to make the salsa. And I overdo it sometimes, and I wear the little gears out or whatever. But anyway, you take one of those things, because if you try to use the electric, I forget what you call them, mixers, it mixes them too much, and then it loses something. But here's what you put in it, and you can do it all by hand, but if you got this little machine with you turn with your hand, it just makes it perfect. You put in like a tomato, and however much will fit in there, but a tomato, an onion, or half an onion or something. Put in a bunch of cilantro. Hey, there's another one. There's another one. That's 22. Neato. So it's tomato, onion, cilantro, and you put in jalapeno to however much, if you don't like it real spicy, just put a little bit in. If you like it pretty spicy, put a whole jalapeno in. And you take about 3 or 4 garlic clove pieces, and put those in there. And you squeeze in a lime and a pretty good dose of salt. That's 7 ingredients. That's all you need. And you mix that thing till it's mixed real good and relatively fine, but not grossly chopped up. And it is amazing. I'm telling you, it is. We have eaten gallons and gallons over the years. Well, that's it. Let me pull out my box for the 2025 silver, and I'll show you where I'm at for the year. Well, here we are at the end of this video. I got the 50s, 40s, and 239s there. I'm having me a guava candy. Here is my 2009 P, and they go in this slot right here. My 2024 Ps, I got 22 of them in this box. Pretty neat. And I went through the $half last night after I got home, and I got 2. That's only 3 silver halves so far this year, and we're on the second half of February. That puts me at 21 silvers so far for the year. I called the bank that have the dimes. They said they're not quite full yet. They only let me have them when the bag is full, so I can't just go over there and get a partial bag. So hopefully probably the first of next week, I'll get over there with any luck and get another bag and hopefully get some more silver dimes. Anyway, folks, that's it for today. And thanks for watching. And give me some comments. Let me know what you think. Are you still looking for the 2024s? The pennies are the thing. I've got several people telling me that they've gone to the banks, and these banks have already told them they're not ordering boxes. Can you believe that? We don't even know if they've stopped making them yet. We haven't heard. My banks are doing great. They're ordering me a whole bunch of them. I'm getting a lot. I picked up 5 boxes yesterday, and I've got 5 to 10 more to pick up next week. And I'm going to put a bunch of these away. And because one of these days they're going to quit making them, and we'll still have pennies to look through for a long time, but they're going to start slowing down, and we're going to start seeing an end somewhere out into the future. So anyway, thanks. Have a good one. Take care.